For the umpteenth time, the plastic hook on the bunk ladder in the camper has broken off. They're on back order and haven't been available for months. I need to make one. I modelled the hook in Fusion 360 and used it to generate the tool paths to machine it out of solid aluminium. There are two setups with half the thickness being machined away from each side. Okay, that's the part straight off the machine. I'm absolutely delighted with the way it's turned out. There's been no fettling or anything done to it. You can see the flat faces is very good finish on them. There are machining lines visible, but you can't feel them with the fingernail. On the curved surfaces, again, good finish. That was a reasonable step down, maybe. Could have been a bit bigger and then done a little bit more finishing off. But overall, very, very pleased. There are a couple of faults. The little 1mm end mill came down. The shank of the mill has caught the body, the part in a couple of places. Doesn't help that I had two different 1mm end mills. One's got a finer taper on the shank than the other. I used the wrong one to start with. Well, didn't know it was the wrong one at the time, but it's just there's a bigger mark there than there is on the other side. There's a slight mismatch from side to side, but I mean, considering the way it was set up, I'm not complaining about that at all. It'll blend out. And there's a little bit of a ridge there at the edge of the 1mm tool path, which I'll whisk off straight away with a needle file. The important thing is cleaned up the flange where it mounts into the aluminium extrusion. So yeah, very pleased. Just for comparison, that's the part it was modelled on. The plastic ones are handed because there's a pop rivet in that hole, so it needs a relief on the other side. So they come in mirrored pairs, or they would, but they're on back order. This metal one's ambidextrous, so I'll just drill and tap that M5, and then it can go around whichever way. Well, that's the second one made, and these have just had a quick going over with Scotch-Brite. Drilled and tapped this hole all the way through. Okay, I've just drilled the pop rivet out of there and countersunk the hole a little bit, so the old one can come out. A nice new one can go in. Get tightened up. And just to make it pretty, I've done the same to this side as well. So there we are. Look out for part 2 for when I break one of these plastic brackets and end up making metal ones instead.